What's going on, man? Another video, which means I have more free picks for you, and the NFL is officially back. Thursday night, Cowboys, Eagles, one of the best matchups to start off the season, and I have 4 picks for that game that I am extremely confident in. All I ask before we jump straight into it is, number 1, go down, hit the like button, and while you're down there, you might as well subscribe as well so you don't miss any football picks for the remainder of football season, because we are going to cash out. We crushed college football. We're going to crush the NFL. But now with that being said, we can jump straight into the video. And what you're seeing on the screen right here is just what I do at this point. VIP has been going absolutely insane. Yesterday, we went 5-1 overall, going up over 7 units. And you know what that means? We have now hit 6 winning days in a row. It's unheard of. I've been showing you every single winning day since we had our first one 6 days ago. And now today makes it 6 in a row. You can see all the winners right here. It's unheard of. Nobody else is doing this. And if you want to get in VIP right now for dirt cheap, all you got to do is get Sleeper or Chalkboard, and you can get a full 30 days for completely free if you use my code FBL and send proof to my phone number right here. Sleeper right here is going to double your first deposit. So if you put 100 in, they're going to give you 100 back. They're also going to give you a free pick, so a pick that literally cannot lose. You take it, you add it to a parlay, and it literally cannot lose. So they double your money, and they give you a free pick. But if you use FBL on Chalkboard, what they're going to do for you is give you a completely free $20, no deposit required. So you can go get this free 20. You can put it on the parlay in this video. Send me proof of that to my phone number with code FBL that you used it to this phone number right here, and I'll get you a full 30 days as long as you deposit whatever you want in there. The minimum, it doesn't matter. Send me proof to my phone number with code FBL. Sleeper will double your first deposit, give you a free pick. Chalkboard will give you a free $20. Insane deals. You got to take advantage of them, especially with football season being back. And make sure you use code FBL. That's the only way you can get a free month, and it's also the only way that you can get these deals on Sleeper and on Chalkboard. So go do that, and while you're at it, you might as well join my free plan on Winnable too. I post free picks here every single day. If you go click the first link down below in the description or the pinned comment, you can see right here, $0 a month, completely free, and I post free picks every single day, just like this one right here that we have for today. Yesterday, we cashed Yankees as a free play. Today, I told everybody to take Giants minus 1.5. If you want free picks like this every single day, go join the link below. And now we can get into the picks for this video. And the first one that I have for you is pretty self-explanatory. We're going to be taking Saquon Barkley to go over 89.5 rushing yards, and I have a few different reasons for why I think Saquon isn't just going to get 90, but probably 100 plus in this game. First things first, he crushed this mark last season. You can see in 2024, he went over this mark in 15 of 20 games, averaging over 120 rushing yards per game, which is exactly what you want to see. He's over in 4 of his last 5, and these were all playoff games, by the way, besides this game right here. This is in the playoffs. He crushed his over in the playoffs. In his last 10, he went over in 8 of 10. And head-to-head against the Cowboys, the last time that he played them on the Eagles, he rushed for over 167 yards, which is absolutely ridiculous. Now, the reason I'm going to be taking this right here, I have a few different reasons for why I'm going to do it. So, first things first, the Cowboys' run defense. Obviously, most people know it is absolutely terrible. It was 29th in the NFL last year, and this year, I think it's going to stay about that same way, especially since they don't have Micah Parsons anymore. Obviously, they added Kenny Clark, which might help a little bit on the interior, but losing Micah is a way bigger deal than adding Kenny Clark, a guy that's older and a little bit washed. So I think Saquon should have his way with this defense, especially with how good the Eagles' offensive line is. They're going to dominate the Cowboys' D-line. Saquon's going to have big holes, and all it takes is 1 or 2 explosive runs, and he goes over this mark, and that's why I like it so much. So that's my first pick right there. I absolutely love it. Now, for my second pick, We're going to be taking Dak Prescott to go over 239.5 passing yards. And I know a lot of people are going to say, why are you taking this? Dak sucks, blah, blah, blah. Now, while, yeah, Dak doesn't always play the greatest, he usually does put up pretty good numbers week in and week out when it comes to yards specifically, especially when it comes to playing the Eagles. You can see in his last 2 games against the Eagles, he crushed this over both times. And this game right here that you're seeing was actually a blowout, and he didn't even play that full game. So he easily went over here. This game was another close game that they lost, and he threw for over 370 yards. Against the Eagles, for whatever reason, Dak plays very well. And in this game, I know the Eagles defense is very, very good, but I do think the Cowboys, number one, are probably going to lose this game. I don't think it'll be by a ton, but if they're behind, especially late, they're going to have to lean on Dak to throw the football to try to get them back in the game. And I do think Dak will be able to rack up some yardage because of that, and that's why I think Dak goes over this mark. He already has success against the Eagles overall, especially in the last couple of years, but he's also probably going to be playing from behind, and the Cowboys' run game isn't expected to be that great. So if that's the case, they're going to have to lean on Dak, and he's going to have to throw for a lot of yards if they want to keep this game close at all. So that's my second pick. Now for my third pick, it's probably pretty obvious. We got to pair CeeDee Lamb with Dak going over. I think this 71.5 mark is just way too low. When Dak goes on the field with CeeDee, obviously CeeDee is his number one target, and he force feeds him the ball. And I think Brian Schottenheimer, the head coach of the Cowboys, is going to want to do that because why not? CeeDee is going to be one of the best players on the field. And you can see last season, he went over this mark in 8 of 15 games, and the majority of these games were without Dak Prescott. So can you imagine what he's going to do with Dak back on the field week 1 against the Eagles, hyped up, best player on the field, going to get a ton of targets? I think he goes over this mark with ease. I know he has a little bit of competition with George Pickens, but I still think CeeDee is by far the best receiver on this team. He's going to get a ton of targets, and I expect him to go over this mark if Dak goes over his mark, and that's why I paired these two picks together. So those are my first 3. I love those a ton. Now, real quick, before I give you my last pick of the video that I actually do like the most, I do want to remind you once again that we are currently on a 6-day winning streak, going up over 25 units in the last 6 days alone, which is unheard of. It's stupid. Nobody else is doing it. And it's not like this just happens every once in a while. This has been happening all year long. We're currently up almost 350 units on the year. We went up over 170 units last football season, and our play of the days all year long have been crushing. We're winning at over a 60% rate on 3+ unit play of the days. 4+ unit play of the days were 13-2, and then 5+ units were 5-0, winning at a 100% rate. So this stuff isn't made up. I track every single play that I put in every single day. If you want to get in VIP, the time is now. All you got to do is sign up for Sleeper or Chalkboard with my code FBL. Send proof to my phone number right here, and I'll get you a full 30 days free of VIP. You got to use code FBL. Sleeper, if you use the code, will double your first deposit, and they'll give you a completely free pick that literally cannot lose. It's going to be a quarterback to go over half a passing yard, Dak or Jalen Hurts, so it cannot lose. Now, if you sign up to Chalkboard with FBL, you're not only going to get the VIP, but you're also going to get a free $20, no deposit required, free $20 when you sign up. And then if you send me proof to my phone number with code FBL, I'll get you that full month. So go do that. You need to get in. Football season is back. We're going to make a ton of money. But now with that being said, we can get into my last pick of this video. And this one is going to be a bit controversial, but sometimes you've got to go against what everybody else is doing. The public betting, you're going to be able to see it here, is all over the Eagles. 63% of bets are on the Eagles, and 94% of the money is on the Eagles to cover the money line. Now, when it comes to the spread, it's still, the percentage is in the Eagles' favor. But in this game, it might sound crazy, but I'm going to take the Cowboys to cover plus 8.5. This game honestly might move a little bit more in the direction of the Eagles because of how much money is getting put on them. And if it gets moved to 9.5, this is a no-brainer, but I like it at 8.5 as well for a few different reasons. The Cowboys, when they play the Eagles, they always tend to keep the games close. I think 8.5 for this game is way, way too much, especially when you consider that the Eagles usually do start off pretty slow. So, in my opinion, if the Cowboys come out and they're able to put up points like they should be able to with CeeDee, Dak, George Pickens, when Dak and CeeDee are on the field together, they already are one of the best offenses in the NFL every single year. But now with Pickens, I think that's going to be even better. And while, yeah, they still might lose this game because their defense isn't going to be able to stop the Eagles, I think it'll be close. Maybe we see a score like 27-21, 27-24, 30-24, something like that, where the Cowboys cover. Maybe even a late touchdown covers for us, something like that. But I think 8.5 is too many points, so I'm taking the Cowboys. I really do like that play to go along with the first three that I gave you. Go lock it in, and until next time, let's all go print some money.